Shut up and sit down.
All right, y'all. Welcome to the Comedy Bros podcast. I'm DJ Camouflage here with Jamil Jackson.
What's up?
And Jason Webb.
Hey, man. Hey.
We are the Comedy Bros.
I'm a little bit.
Bringing you another episode of our podcast. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Shout out to our boy Levi for helping us do this and making it happen. And shout out to all y'all for watching and listening. Regardless of what platform you're on or where you are in the world, shout out to all of you. We appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
This brought together by a vision for comedy. It's cool. I'll start it off. Is that cool if I talk about myself for a second? I'm not normally that type of dude.
No, you do all the time, bro. He's lying.
The best people know you best, right? So I started DJing in 99. So I've been DJing for like 24 years at this point. And I've been doing comedy the last 6. I started in Orange County, LA area, and came to the Medford area in 2022, where I met these fucking awesome guys who at the time were just getting into comedy and kind of had a vision of doing something different. And you know, I had come from seeing a lot of cool shit in LA and Orange County and touring a little bit around the country here and there. And when I heard these guys do comedy and then I listened to the vision that they had for it, I just, I just knew I wanted to be part of it, guys.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Because you guys pretty much started doing comedy right when the two of you met. Right? Isn't that right? Like just within months of meeting each other?
I think probably 2 months, I think. I started 2 months and then Jamil was there.
Well, tell us the story again, because it's pretty funny about how you guys met.
The fast forward to give a shout out to my man Carl Lee.
Okay.
That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? I saw Carl on stage first. I seen him at Rogue. And I was like, man, I was inspired then.
Absolutely.
Then some time had passed. I had even approached him one time about helping me write some jokes about that shit. But anyways, long story short, I wound up meeting this guy over here, man. Our daughters went to school together.
Shout out Carl Lee. He gave me my start.
Shout out Carl Lee. He gave me a good start.
Well,
yeah.
So
he's a beast.
Got nothing but love.
Yeah. I met this dude right here. Our daughters went to school together, man. He asked me to pick up his kids from school one day. I thought he was the police. What the fuck? Hell no. Come to find out, he's just a bad father.
Listen, I had like a 4-month-old in the car. I didn't want to get her out of it. I said, our daughters are best friends. Like,
I never met this dude before.
And
I didn't
I'm like,
know.
can you just help me out? Because I got a baby and I don't want to get the baby out and it's cold and I don't want my kid to die.
It was summertime.
Of hypothermia. Like, I don't want to get some type of fucking condition because I had to get the baby out and you are an able-bodied man.
Hey, yeah, you was in the police car.
Huh?
You was in the police car, bro.
Explorer.
That Ford Explorer, it's a police car. It's definitely a police car.
Explorer.
And then he not.
That's
Hey, but
Silver
listen,
Explorer.
the joke is right. That's how we met. But he never once picked up my daughter.
Nah, I kept
From then
moving.
on, he texted me, be like, "Can you get my daughter?"
Absolutely. I had
Can you get
to
Shamika?
reverse.
I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Reversed
Well,
it.
you know, it is Medford, Oregon. So I could... When I first heard the story, I was like, yeah, I could put that together. But at the same time, luckily, your guys' daughters are best friends.
Yeah.
I think it was actually a show I did with Carl Lee where Jason saw me do comedy and realized, like, oh, this guy's living in the Valley now, you know? And I think
From Carl.
Yeah, the next day, Carl was like, hey, I passed your info along to the homie that was there last night. He wants to talk to you about something. And initially, the call that I got from Jason was like, "Hey, we want to see if you're down. Like you guys had just done the show Los Arcos, and then that was done. And then he was like, "Hey, this is what I did there, and I want to expand on that." But he's like, "I'm kind of bored with just regular stand-up comedy. I kind of want to do something different. I want to do something more interactive. The example he gave me was like something like Wildin' Out, something like a Kill Tony, something like a roast battle. He kind of threw it all in there. You know what I mean?
My boy over here, on the other hand, at the Carl, man, then came Jason. Jason and I, we kicked it at the backyard. He dared me to get on stage. And then from there, it's been doing comedy nonsense. So I owe a lot to this dude right here. He's a big reason why I'm doing it also. But also, my man put together a huge show at Los Arcos. And I think that show right there, massive. That really showed us that we could do numbers. Like, we didn't have to be in Rogue. We didn't have to be in the theater, you know what I'm saying, to get 100 people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That right there showed us that, shoot, if we can do a restaurant, we can do this.
Yeah, and our DJ didn't even speak English.
Yeah, if we can do that.
Like, bro, he's like, what is that, DMX?
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it.
And it was weird because we bypassed a lot of steps that other comedians didn't take, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And you know what I'm saying? It rubbed some people the wrong way at first, you know what I mean? But, you know, we did that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now look at us. We up here shooting podcasts and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Definitely.
I might have told you this, man. And the first time I ever came up this way, I went to Chadwick's because my fiance's parents took us. It was 2018, and they're like, we just want to show you what comedy in the Valley is like.
Right.
So they took me there. I saw Carl because he was hosting. Saw the headliner. And I think it was a Friday night, and after the show, I went and I talked to the headliner, and I told him I was a comedian. You know, I'd been doing it for a year or so, and this and that. And he's like, "You should tell Carl."
That's a Listerine strip that he puts on.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out Listerine. Because I'm getting buy them anywhere but Amazon because people stop putting those in their mouth.
You can't buy them anywhere but 7th grade.
Go all the way back to 7th grade. Got so many girls I kissed with my breath smell like that. That was like right when Banaka went out. You know,
That's good memories.
Remember Banaka? You know that? Dude, that shit was...
So anyways, the headliner was like, "You should go tell Carl that I want you to do a spot tomorrow." And I was like, because they do the show Saturday night too, you know? And I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. I want to just go tell the guy that, you know. And he's like, go tell him that I told you that I wanted you on the show, you know what I mean? And so I walk up to Carl. I'm like, hey, Carl, I'm DJ Camouflage. Like, I know you don't know me. I just saw you for the first time. You know, my fiance's parents. But anyways, you know, the headliner you had on tonight, he wanted me to come over and tell you, like, you should have me on and, like, do a feature tomorrow before him. And the Carl just looked at me, like, up and down. Was just like, are you funny? You know what I mean? And I was just like, yeah, man, I am. I swear. Like, I'll be doing this club, and then this club. He's like, I mean, I can give you 10 minutes. Can you do this all at 10? I'm like, yeah. And so I had to go and like tell my fiance's parents, like, yo, is there any way we could come back tomorrow? I hate to like sabotage this trip and turn it into a comedy show.
Right.
But can we come back here tomorrow? They're like, yeah, we'll come back here tomorrow. Are they going to let you do time? I'm like, yeah. And so it was like, that was the first show he ever let me do, was 2018. And then lo and behold, I moved back to the Valley, or I moved to the Valley in 2022. And the second I do, and I tell Carl, he's like, let's fucking get to work then now that you live here. You know what I mean? And just started.
That's dope.
And then luckily it turned into this type of thing too.
Shout out to Carl, man.
Yeah.
OG.
Again.
He's OG out here.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Heckle Proof Podcast.
Yeah, man. We got to get him on. We got to get him on here. We got to get him on here.
And yeah, absolutely. I'd love to have him on as a guest.
We got to have him on here.
And when you did that mic, that was an open mic you did?
Yeah.
At the backyard?
Yeah.
And you did it that night too?
Yeah.
Or you just dared him to do it?
I did it that night too.
You did it that night too.
And then he didn't want to do the second time because he was like he went up and his material wasn't anything. Like he thought he could just go up like anybody, right? When we started, we all thought like, oh, this shit ain't gonna be hard. As soon as you step foot on that stage, like you forget everything. You forgot where you were in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I knew that, but he had such a command of the stage. That's where I was like, bro, you got to go back up there. You're too like you're supposed to be there.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's something like a puppeteer kind of feel. Like you have to be up there.
For me, it comes from me. Mine came from, I spent so much time in the Army standing in front of people. You know what I mean? So I don't have a nervousness of standing in front of a whole bunch of people talking. And
You're
then,
not funny.
Whatever, motherfucker. I was a drill sergeant, man. You can ask any of my soldiers, man. Anybody who ever seen me in my command, like in under me, they knew it. Like I'd make motherfuckers laugh and then I'd smoke you for laughing.
Right.
I was that
laughing at bitch.
Yeah, I was that drill sergeant.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You thought this shit was funny. Push.
I can relate to you on the part that, like, being comfortable in front of people already, which is a major part of doing comedy, right?
Definitely.
Because when I started doing comedy, at that point I had been DJing for like 17 years, you know? And so I had been in front of people already. I'd been on stage already. You know, I had to talk on mics to make announcements when I was DJing.
Right.
At that time, I had started rapping a little bit too. So I had done a couple shows like that. So, you know, when I first started doing comedy, I feel like, as you said, I didn't really have to break that barrier as much as a lot of other comics who are like just getting into it. You know what I mean?
Dude, that was horrible for me. That was the hardest part.
That is the hardest part.
My neck was bulging, bro. I was like hyperventilating on stage. I was like,
when I did get that feeling, I was like, man, I'm not getting paid for this shit. Fuck these people. This is free.
I can never. I felt so vulnerable. I remember the night, man. Like my first time on stage, I still have it recorded. Not that it's that long ago, but when I stepped on stage, I fucking forgot everything, and I turned and I looked up, and it was a full moon, and I looked up at the moon. I'm like, please, please help me. I can't think of anything.
He looked at the moon for the help.
I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, please. I was like, I didn't look like I was.
Because you're outside,
Yeah, I didn't know what the hell. I was outside at the backyard. Shout out to backyard.
You were moonlighting.
Shout out to
That's
the
where
backyard
we started,
too.
bro. Backyard.
Shout out to Terry. Everybody at the backyard.
Absolutely.
Y'all always show love to everybody.
I love Medford, man.
Big Al over there with the Mediterranean food.
No, but I will tell you, Big Al, absolutely. Shout out to him too. Thank you,
Persian food over there.
Cyrus.
Cyrus.
Thank you for reminding us, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
I will tell you the biggest transition though was when you're DJing, you can hide behind the music. You know, if you play some good songs, people will like what you're doing. And then now it's like the music's off. I'm doing stand-up comedy, and I'm trying to get them entertained on just me talking. Right? That was a big like, hold on. Those are very too big, you know.
Yeah.
So I couldn't walk into it like, oh, it's just like DJing. Nah, it's not. You know
That's
what
what I was saying. Like, I think it's easier. to act a big time actor than doing a big time comedian.
Oh man,
because you're like getting a script, right? And then you're just acting. Because an actor can easily do comedy because they can just go up and
I think honestly, man, like I see. The bigger you are, if I could read notes from a teleprompter telling jokes, I'd kill every fucking time.
I mean, when you get
every time, bro. Like,
right?
think about it. Like, if you, because my biggest issue as a comedian is like, I'll have a bunch of funny shit. I'll write my shit down. I'll think of some funny shit, but when I get on stage, I'll say some other shit.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Because the spirit will just move me, sway me another way. But if I have some bona fide funny shit, and it's on a teleprompter, and I know that I can cut back to it, hell yeah.
And I love...
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You do see more of a transition of comedians going into acting than you do actors deciding, hey, now I want to do stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Right.
If you can do comedy, you can stand up that vulnerable and tell them something that you think is funny, that you think they think should be funny.
Right.
But that's balls. Like, that's why we all have to be a little bit of a narcissist.
It's not like rapping and acting.
I can't wait to see you in the Black Club, man.
That'd be fun.
I can't wait to see you, bro.
Like an all black.
Because
Newport News, Virginia.
I can't wait to see it. Because here, for me,
I've been to black clubs. Twerk that. Shout out. Newport News, Virginia.
I have to swing such a fucking wide in my joke telling. You know what I mean? I can't say the same jokes that I would say to black people that I would say to white people.
Please
not hit as hard.
Clarify this for me because I told Jason this and he thought I was fucking with him. If he does, I told Jason, I said, host a black club. Yeah. Because at black clubs, the host is the star of the show.
Yeah.
At most black clubs, more people are coming to see the host do his thing and come back out and mess with the audience and blah 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 than they are to see some of the other comics.
Unless you're just a big name comic.
I feel like
it's just a big
you're just
comic,
fucking big. Like if it's like you like Cat Williams or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Cat Williams, the GOAT.
Dude, I don't even know if I
The
can.
GOAT.
I don't even know. Started to stop the conversation, but I don't know if I can.
I think Cat Williams the GOAT.
I don't know if I can hear.
Oh, hey, dude, just
I don't know if I can
absolute
hear
GOAT. Shout out Cat Williams.
you can move that mic closer to you, I think, or move your chair closer if you want. Going into that, if people aren't aware or they haven't been to a show already, basically the big highlight of our show is the three of us will be up there together. A lot of times, if you come to a Comedy Bros show, you're gonna see our sets separately, like you would if you came to any other of like a regular comedy show. But most of the time, the highlight of our show is the three of us being on stage together with, me DJing, and the music going. And then you got the three of us on stage together. And a lot of times we'll also bring up like whatever comic we featured that day to come up on stage.
And that was the idea the whole time.
That was the idea the whole time that Jason had. That was the vision that these guys put together.
I got a good question for you.
Go ahead, of course.
If you were to rank us in order in comics, where would you put us?
DJ Camouflage, DJ Camouflage, DJ Camouflage.
That's a great question.
Why would you? What the fuck? Are you the press, bro?
No, that's a great question.
I will not turn on my coat.
Levi, that was a great question, wasn't it? That was a great question. That was a great question.
It's like
you can't handle the truth.
Answer it in the comments. Answer it in the comments. Everybody watching.
Listen, this thing started because comedy, and I hate to say this, but comedy traditionally is boring. Right?
Okay.
Like if there's so many specials and there's so much stand up and stuff, but like people that do crowd work, people that interact, people that do different things, there's more of an attraction to that. Like variety shows back in the day, right?
I do love those.
Like that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
You can play around with the crowd and people like that interaction.
Sure.
They want to see that, especially after COVID, because everybody's still pissed off. So and then it just so happened, because when I got this dude, when I called Cam, I got his number from Carl. When I called Cam, I didn't know he's Persian. I didn't know anything. I mean, I heard his act a little bit. I wouldn't even have partnered with him if I knew.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, no, hold on. Here's my point.
I would have partnered with him.
My point is, he's Persian. I was in the Navy. I didn't do shit. He's in the Army. He didn't do shit.
Sure. Bullshit.
Listen.
Bullshit.
But now it's like all three of us have different views, bro.
I
guess that's a good.
Because I did some shit, bro.
Well, I guess that's a good segue into the next big highlight of what Comedy Bros is.
I got a V-star.
Is if you couldn't tell, if you're watching this on video, you can probably already see. But if you couldn't tell, the three of us are very different.
Absolutely.
If you couldn't tell visually, we are very different. As Jason just explained, he's a white guy. He's a Navy veteran. Jamil, he's a black guy. He's an Army veteran.
Dude, you're
I'm
black?
a Persian refugee. It provides a different perspective, not only when we do our own jokes on stage, but when the three of us are up there together. And I don't know if we're the only of this type to ever come together in the world, but we definitely are in Medford, Oregon. You know what I mean?
Definitely Southern Oregon.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit the table. I'm sorry.
Southern Oregon to Portland, we're probably the only people. For sure.
Absolutely.
Down south, we have no idea.
Speaking of different perspectives, okay? So I actually had one of the most solid answers to a question ever today get answered by a woman that was born in 1940. So she was 83 years old, okay?
I mean, that's really not that old. I mean, it is now.
It is now.
Everybody's dying young.
Right.
But that's not that old.
But if I tell you like this, when Kennedy got shot, she was 23. You're like, oh, damn, that's old.
Damn, she was she was getting textbooks. She was that age.
She remembers, she probably draw a picture of the day
I took the bus right there. Right. That's crazy.
That's, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So anyways...
Was she white?
I've white woman. Mm-hmm. I've asked people. I've asked people. This is Medford, Oregon. Mm-hmm. I've asked people. We're in Ashland right now, so this is Ashland.
Oh yeah,
shout out to Ashland.
Yeah. Right.
I've asked people before why, when we first initially landed on the moon in 1969.
You believe that shit?
Hold on, we'll get there. Mm-hmm. Why, when we It's going there. Why when we first
wait for the punch.
Why we first landed on the moon in 1969, right? That it was like a nationwide event. Everybody watched it.
Yeah.
Everybody remembers it. You can talk to people about it. But yet the sixth time that we landed on the moon in 1973, like nobody fucking watched it.
Nobody knows.
In fact, and even that time it was in color, like it was broadcasted in color, but like nobody watched it. When I've asked this question to people in the past, how come that's the case? Response like, that shit was fucking fake, it doesn't matter, it was fucking fake, right? Which is fine, and you can give me the answer. But this lady today told me, she said, hey, when the sixth one happened in 1963, shit in the Vietnam War was becoming like super violent and more protested, and people were kind of becoming like anti-America at that time. So unlike 69 where we were like, yeah, go America, we're landing on the fucking moon, you know what I mean? Now it's like 1973, everyone's pissed about the Vietnam War, and she said like liberalism was starting to take over, and so like we're landing on the moon, everyone's like, who cares, America sucks, like type of bullshit, you know what I mean? And I was like, fuck. Like, that's like the first answer I've heard about that shit that makes sense, you know?
Oh, we're going to go down this wormhole now.
Yeah.
We're not going down this wormhole.
He started it, man. You can't not.
I mean, we can spend a minute on it.
Not go down that wormhole, bro.
What are we going to spend a minute on? That we faked it?
I didn't say that. You said that.
Okay, what are we spending a minute on here? Just put it all out there. Put it all out there. This is
well, here's something that we can all relate to.
What year is this?
What year was what?
When she said this happened? 1973?
The first one happened in 1969. Everybody watched it. And then we landed 5 more times, and the 6th time we landed was 1973. And between that time and now, we've never gone back.
We were still.
But India just went there.
I mean, I feel like I wouldn't put past the government. You know
sure. I mean? You guys were in the military. You saw some shit.
I mean,
you know?
Dangerous motherfuckers, bro.
Dude, yeah, it's pretty crazy. They have no care of life. They will take it.
I didn't say none of that. He said that shit.
Sure.
I said
they
none
have
of
to though.
Sure.
They have to. It's to be cutthroat, bro.
Listen, man.
I mean, no pun intended. Damn.
But
That's deep.
Damn.
Let me ask you this: you know those airplanes they have now where you can spend like $100,000 and it like goes up into space real quick and comes back down? Would you guys do that shit?
No, I would not do that.
No,
shit.
it's like you don't trust it, like some
I wouldn't
Titanic
spend
submarine.
$100,000.
Okay.
No,
but what if like someone's like, "Hey, I'll take you." Like, would you do it, or like you don't trust that shit?
Bro, I wouldn't even went down that Titanic shit.
I know.
no, that's
Hell no.
The
I
submarine?
don't even want to get in that submarine at Disneyland, bro. That little.
Oh, even
motherfucker.
that one's kind of shady.
Dude, I know. And
it's
it's like
only like-
shaking.
yeah.
And I was looking like, damn, can I get out of this shit? It's
And you're
only
like tapping the
2 foot deep.
windows, like,
There's like
please.
fake fucking clownfish. Like, hey, we okay?
Okay, that's the ride
been in that
too.
shit?
no.
Oh, shit.
That's the ride
Never
too.
been to
That
Disneyland?
when they tell you it's
Never been to
broken, you're like,
Disneyland.
"Oh, people died."
Yeah.
Like I've gone to Disneyland before, and that ride's been broken, and I'm like, "Wait, were people in it when it broke? Because when people were in it broke, everyone died. It like flooded and everybody died, right? Like,
Yeah.
Dude, it's so bad.
No.
but all the other rides, like they got everybody off.
And it was
you know?
claustrophobic. And it was like, and you're always there in the spring, so everybody's sweaty and
I would
shit.
never do no shit like that. That's ridiculous.
You know what's crazy? And this is a true story. The guy who invented the submarine, like once he was done building it, they were like, demonstrate it for us, and he was like, "I'm not getting in that shit."
Wait, the guy that went down to the Titanic?
No, the guy who invented the very first submarine ever. Like he brought it to the Navy, and they're like, "All right, show us how it works."
Was
and
he
he's like,
a-
"I'm not getting in
just
that
an
shit."
engineer or something?
Yeah, so they grabbed like 2 sailors, and they're like, "You guys try it out." Like 2 recruits. They're like, "You guys get it."
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I really don't know if I can hear myself.
There you go, right
I
there.
think
I'm just
somebody
gonna do
else.
this the whole time.
I think somebody else said like the guy who invented the microwave like wouldn't let his family eat microwave food.
No, because you know that shit is bad for
Because he knew
you.
that shit was bad for you.
Hell yeah.
And the guy who invented the X-ray, like killed his whole family because he just X-rayed them all fucking day, like not knowing that shit, like radiation.
Radiation.
Yeah.
That shit happens.
Like he was
Life.
trying to sell it to hospitals, so he would like demonstrate it on his family all the time. Damn, that door just like creaked open. Did you guys hear that?
I did hear
Here
that.
comes Halloween.
was crazy.
Here comes Halloween.
Absolutely.
Levi, can you
The door
hear me right
just
now?
opened.
Can you hear me?
Here comes
Can you
Halloween.
hear me?
Door just opened
Hello?
by itself. That's crazy.
It's me you're looking for. Oh, sorry. I can see it in your eyes.
Is it okay if I like one of these?
Yes,
ones?
you
We don't
definitely
own the
can.
rights to the music because that's so spot on to Lionel Richie. Isn't that Lionel Richie? That was spot on, dude.
That was not. That was horrible.
That was Lionel
That
Richie,
was
right?
not.
That was horrible.
That
bro.
was tough. That was like my Aaron Neville.
That was like
Let's have Lionel Richie.
2-day-old oatmeal.
Yeah, let's get Lionel Richie.
That's what you
in here.
sound like.
2-day what?
You sound like
Lumpy. That's a little lumpy.
2-day-old oatmeal. That's,
Musty and lumpy.
that's what you sound like.
To me, that sounds thick. 2-day-old oatmeal. I'll be like, baby, you look
What?
like some 2-day-old oatmeal. She's like, damn, you saying I'm thick?
Sound
I'm
good?
like, yo.
Thick.
I sound thick.
Yeah.
I sound thick.
Yeah, man.
Damn, Levi, no.
Sound
Listen,
thick.
Levi, I'm not having sex with you, Levi. Crazy. Give a shout out to Levi.
Shout out to Levi. My man Levi out here working hard.
He's
Hey, man,
grinding
hit
for
me with the
bros.
hard questions, bro. Let's
So
stick to the
separate-
topic. Let's go.
Oh.
Separate from that, you wanted to talk about flat Earth?
I think
No, bro, no. I refuse
Bro,
to let this go
The
down
earth,
this road.
listen,
bro.
listen, let me tell you something. And I hope this is recorded right here.
It is.
Let me tell you, the earth is flat, man. I'm going to tell you that. He doesn't want to believe that shit.
Okay.
Who doesn't?
You don't want to believe that shit.
I don't want to.
No, well,
You
neither do
motherfuckers
I.
lie about everything, bro. So
No, I don't.
you're a liar, bro.
Here's the
You're
thing.
a natural born liar.
Here's the fucking thing, though.
Habitual line stepper.
You will never prove it. You'll
Yeah, I
never
know.
know. So it's
No.
like, why
We're
even
proving
think
it on
about
this podcast
Yeah,
right now.
right now. It's developing facts. Folks at home. Folks
Why
at
do you
home.
know- why you say
Listen,
that?
that was a
Why
my guy
you
Canelli,
say that?
professional fisherman. Anyways, listen,
How do you know that?
we are now reporting.
How do you know
that we
that?
have first contact?
How do you know that?
This motherfucker's flat.
How do you know
Because
that?
Marvin just drove over the edge.
How do you
He just
know
did.
that you'll
19
never know?
days.
You don't
Took
know
it.
that.
Damn, bro.
You don't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm
It's
happy
like,
about?
there's a, I'll put it
Wait a
like
minute,
this.
if it was flat, then you'd be able to see the sun all the way across it.
You know what I'm happy
The sun
about?
just moves, man. I'm just trying to tell you. It doesn't rise or fall. It just moves.
I know, huh?
Like back and forth. Like,
I like the
like
way.
a slinky. Yes.
Hey, but can I tell you something I'm happy about real quick? Is that cool? I'm gonna tell you something I'm happy about.
Remember he said he don't talk about himself much?
I'm gonna say that I'm so
said that
happy that they never made a Truman Show 2.
Oh, God. We're using that bubble, right?
They just
Jim
that
Carrey.
was the
They
only
can't
movie.
make that shit too because that was too real.
Yeah.
Because at the end of it, he left the show,
too
so it's
real.
like they're not gonna film him anymore.
Yeah,
too-
and they
You see
can't,
what I
like,
mean?
They're not going to be able to
Too
convince
raw.
somebody else. 'cause
We
it was
getting
like,
filmed right
But
now.
right, but in the world we live in now, you know that they would just do that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I
definitely.
mean? Without like conserving like the
Definitely.
purity. Like imagine if they only made one Matrix.
Bro, we buy bottled water and we pay for water.
True story. That's all your fault.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all your fault, bro.
Him specifically,
Him specifically.
or white people?
No, just
I wasn't
me.
gonna say white people because that's racist. But Jason, definitely his fault.
That we pay for water?
Yeah.
Just so you know. Hey, anybody in the camera, if you see Cam go, you're full of shit.
I want to hear more.
Like you're an idiot.
Why is
What?
I want to hear more.
fault.
It's that.
Why
It's
is
the
it?
idiot. Nod.
Definitely his fault.
Really?
Is there like something we? Is there a petition or something?
Am I like in charge of?
I thought the white man's water was alcohol.
Bro. Nah.
moonshine?
Yeah, that is a good.
I made some moonshine though.
They gave it to the Indians. Fucked them up.
Look, I hold this.
They
They did that shit.
They did that shit.
That's what I was gonna say at the 4th of July show.
I don't
They
trust
had
them,
those.
bro.
They had those Hawaiian dancers. Remember at the 4th of July?
Yeah.
And they had those Hawaiian dancers, and I was gonna go up there and say like, what a perfect American way to celebrate people we just stole their islands from.
Hey,
We just
Listen,
took them
man.
motherfuckers.
Jason had
That's
came to
fucked.
my house one time and left some blankets. I was like, nah, I'm good.
you thought that was like the flu on him,
The flu?
and you were gonna
The
get
what?
it. That was a strategy,
That
bro.
was a strategy, bro. I got pulled over the other day.
By yourself?
Yeah, I got pulled over. He said, "Oh, nope, you're the wrong guy, not him."
No
And then
way.
just walked away.
Yeah, he was like,
Because he knows him like first name.
he was looking for
basis, bro.
somebody else.
He was looking for somebody else, and you didn't fit the description of that person.
He couldn't tell who
I feel
I
like if it
was. I was in the
LA, you would
van.
Fit the prescription.
Okay,
The van has all tinted windows. You can see
Okay.
inside that joint.
So
gotcha.
he knew who he was looking for, like it was personal. Like he
Yes,
personally.
they're
knew.
looking for someone
Right.
specifically.
It's so crazy. Like if you do something shitty here, like you,
I'm just glad I had all
you
my
can't
shit
get away with
together.
that shit here. What do you worry? Like everybody knows everybody. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? Like you try to do some
I
stupid
will
shit.
tell you something that was a trip to me before I moved to Oregon was like when I was living in SoCal, you would hear stories on like the news or fucking unsolved mysteries or forensic files of like people's like cars going off hills, and then they don't find it for like years and shit. And I was like, how is that? Because I was so used to like, dude, everywhere you drive in SoCal is so fucking busy. If somebody's like pulled over, you're gonna see it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I moved out here, and I'm like, dude, there's parts of these forests, bro, where if like your car goes off the side of the road, like nobody's gonna find you for like months, bro. Like, because nobody hikes that shit.
That's
like nobody goes down there. You know what I mean? Like,
when we'd hike back to go fishing and shit up in Rainy Falls up by Grants Pass,
right,
bro.
Really?
Like shit can happen back here.
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
And you just come up missing. Like there's so many people that come up missing, like a Shady Cove.
That's the thing too. Is there's those parts where something like that can happen, or also like the lawless ass parts. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
where,
like Murder Mountain.
right.
Like
I'm sure there's people who
That's
come
so
up.
crazy.
I'm sure there's people who come up missing in Shady Cove all the time.
Oh, for real.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Plus, when you got all this shit going on with just
There's people
just
back there who
property
have
and shit.
400 acres, 500 acres of land.
god damn.
Steven Seagal, bro. That's
God
who it is,
damn.
bro. Steven
Yeah,
Seagal.
You can do whatever you want if you have that much land, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, that Steven
What do you
Seagal
do?
owns a lot of shit up
I
there.
like, honestly, man, this is gonna sound
Hang
weird,
on.
but like, I don't know if I would ever go on someone's land that had that much land. You know what I'm saying?
That's
You
presidential.
hear about it's
scary.
these billionaires that live in Arizona and they have like 400 acres of shit. It's supposed to be like the center of the earth in the middle of it. They have like a temple and shit. And it's like they have it all fucking mapped out. You should see this shit. We should have,
No.
This is what we gotta have somebody. Yeah, man.
What?
I'm gonna have to send it to you, bro. I'm gonna have to send it to you for real, man.
What?
It's like, man, let's.
This video's gonna get taken down. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, you ruined
Absolutely.
That's the end of it. They're taking this
Whatever.
video down.
This is our first. This is our first and last.
No, I'm just kidding.
It was fun.
No,
It
but
lasted.
like, imagine someone calls you like, "Hey, man, I want to talk to you about doing this major comedy show."
Yeah.
You're like, "Okay, where are we meeting?" They're like, "I live on 200 acres of land. Could you come and meet me in my garage?"
Yeah, they're gonna
like-
take your ovaries.
Yeah.
And shit. Your
Like,
ovaries.
no, I can't, dude.
yeah, why do you have one garage?
How about Starbucks?
ovaries.
Can we do? You got like a Starbucks we could meet at instead?
200 acres?
That's what I'm saying. Could you do that?
So if fucking
I'll go out in the middle of a
somebody,
yacht
somebody.
before I come on 200 acres of
somebody,
land.
if fucking
Bro, that's-
Will Ferrell said, "Hey, I want you to come to my house."
And it's 200 acres.
No, if it's like a
200 acres, you're not
celebrity,
going?
but if it's a random dude with like 400 acres,
Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
I mean, we talking Anchorman right now?
Yeah.
we're talking Step Bros right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking about that Will.
Yeah. You're going. You're
Yeah,
going,
I'm
bro.
going.
Yeah, you going, bro.
I'm going.
Probably does
Absolutely.
have like 400
I
acres.
know.
Absolutely.
And he's like, the show is here, and I want you to see it. You're like, all right. Like, I want you to see where I'm setting it up. You're like, all
Yeah,
right,
you're
I'll
going.
come.
You're going,
All right,
bro.
dude, I'll be there.
What about
Yeah.
these like?
You'll be late.
What about these like sultans in
Your mama's
Dubai
house.
that will fly like all the Victoria's Secret models to like, you know, Dubai, and then just like
Slut them out for the week.
and like cancel all their flights back for months and just be like, sorry, we got no flights out. Well,
yeah.
I guess you just have to stay in my palace for 3 months.
Yeah. You get
That's
slutted up
nuts,
for 3 months.
dude.
That's what, hey, he signed up for that shit.
Damn.
He signed up for that
They'll
shit.
be like,
bro.
hey, we're
That's
having
crazy.
Victoria's Secret in Abu Dhabi this year. We're going to fly all of you in. You're
Do
going to
you
do the
think-
fashion
do
week.
you think that-
And then they just cancel all their flights out for months.
You think that they don't know that shit, though? Like, they don't think there's a possibility of that?
Oh, the girls that are in it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're risking it for the
Yeah,
biscuit,
risking
bro.
that for the
Really?
biscuits. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think
Hoes.
maybe if not like they're Narragansett or they're Narragansett.
Narragansett?
That's where I live.
That's where you live.
Yeah,
Shout out
that's
to
my address. Shout out Narragansett Street. Yo, there was a drive-by a couple years ago. We're straight hood up in Narragansett Street. You know, the other side of Columbus, bro. Yeah,
They're
Narragansett
going to burn that place down soon.
What place?
Narragin Street.
Street. There's gonna be a riot there.
We're in the
No,
cut.
it's called, what's that shit called? What is this shit called?
Black people?
Gentrification.
Oh, gentrification.
Yeah.
Who's going to
Don't
gentrify it?
I don't know.
I mean, that'd be sick. I need them
gonna
to
be
tell
like
me
a
so I can get
fire or
renters. I
something.
probably will get that because I have the white privilege. They're gonna message me like in an email.
It'll be
Hey,
like a fire or something.
there's gonna be a fire.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get your renter's insurance.
Right.
Make sure that you have fire coverage and document everything. We'll give you
Absolutely.
2 weeks.
Absolutely.
We went to kick you out, but we saw your name's Jason
Yes.
Webb.
We
Yeah.
knew. You have to be a white man.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But Kamiar Gethsemane, that guy's got to go.
Cotton mouth.
Yo, did you hear about that shit? How Beyonce can't go to restaurants, bro?
Yeah, I see
Why?
that. Because she's too famous. That's why she has
She's got apparently she's got the same rule on her that like Michael Jackson had.
Yeah.
Where like they can't just go to restaurants because like they'll cause like a riot,
Like the public,
a frenzy.
like if they have an agreement with the public.
Like they'll cause a hysteria if they just like try to go to like PF Chang's.
Yeah.
That would suck so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would suck so bad. Like, yeah, not be able to do anything, bro. No. Like, you're like sitting like, oh, what
I'm saying, them problems ain't bad. She probably has a PF Chang's in her house. She had PF Chang's come to her. Damn it.
PNF.
Yeah, he has that shit come to her. She has a chef.
I mean, yes,
chefs,
but it would be nice. But you know, like you
no,
they're human.
I would
beings.
trade all that shit for personal chefs.
No.
Yes.
You would still flex. You would still
no,
go, like,
I would not.
Shit.
No, I would go courtside. Yeah, she's still going courtside. She's going courtside. I'm just saying,
you're
bro.
a luxury box in the NFL.
No, I'm stopped by.
You're part ownership of something.
I would for personal chefs. I wouldn't want to go to PF Chang's. Fuck PF Chang's.
Personal chef is the shit.
Hell yeah.
I don't know
if they make what you want.
Yeah.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you a story about that real quick?
You have no choice but to make what I want. What, you just gonna cook shit and I'm just gonna eat it?
like you're paying.
Like it's your parents that say, "What's for dinner? Food. What kind of food? Food you eat? Like that? Damn.
Don't I pay you, motherfucker?
I pay you. Shit. Nah.
Can I tell you a funny story about that? Do you remember the Time video? Michael Jackson had Eddie Murphy in it.
Classic.
And he had Magic Johnson in it. Remember he had Magic Johnson in it?
Classic.
So I heard this story, I think from Arsenio Hall show. I can't remember. Magic Johnson is at Michael Jackson's house, and he's at one of those fucking long tables where you guys like sit across from each other like super far away. And the personal chef comes out, you know?
Yeah.
And Michael looks at Magic, and he's like, just tell him what you want. Tell him anything you want. He'll make it for you. Just tell him anything.
Why no,
tell him anything you want. So anyways,
he's
he's like, I know, right? He's telling him, tell him anything you want. He'll make it for you. Now Magic is sitting there thinking, this is Michael Jackson's house, a personal chef, it's $1 billion house, $1 million house. I gotta be classy with it. So Magic says, let me get a filet mignon with a vegetable side, and if you can, like a potato puree. And chef's like, okay. And the chef,
this, or was that just the chef's
okay. And then the personal chef looks over at Michael Jackson, and he goes, Michael, what should I get for you? And Michael goes, let me get some fried chicken. Mm-hmm. And the chef goes to walk away, and Magic goes, hold up, we could just get fried chicken?
Absolutely.
And Magic's like, yeah, I said just tell him what you want, he'll make it. And somebody's like, hold up, fuck what I said. Let me get some fried chicken.
Absolutely.
That would be kind of nice, though.
Can she cook?
Karina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. There we go. Can Rita cook?
Yeah. I mean, come on, bro.
I'm asking.
Not only can Karina cook, but she also went to my Persian-ass mom and asked her to teach her to cook. You see, you guys good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Asked her to how to make some Persian shit that I like, so that she can make that too.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So yeah, I'm stoked.
Bro, what's going on?
What was that, man?
This place haunted? What the fuck's going on?
So I'm stoked on that as well.
Bro.
I think this place is haunted, bro.
But speaking of the Jack, Jamil makes some motherfucking wings. Am I right?
Bro, listen.
Absolutely. I learned that.
I'm so mad because I didn't get any of that chicken and waffles that you made in Salem.
Oh man,
It got devoured, bro. I was trying to be modest,
Yeah, you missed out, bro.
oh man. People are still talking about it.
Yeah, I'll never make chicken with you coming to my house.
People are like trying to book us because they think you're gonna make your chicken.
Yeah.
And I'm not, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I know that's the problem.
But you want comedy or you want chicken? Just be honest with me. Which one do you
Tell me
want?
straight up.
Because we're going to come, but you got to let me know.
I gotta get the grocery. You got seasoning? You got seasoned salt?
No.
You got Lowry's?
You know you don't have the seasoning. Absolutely.
What was that?
Excuse me.
Bro. bro.
What was that?
Just Jake breaks, bro.
Oh,
it's like
damn.
Sam Miller. Shout out to Sam Miller's joke.
Damn.
Got PTSD, bro?
I know. If you guys don't, why the fuck do I?
I was like, yeah. I sound like, but that do sound like when you're at war, it sounds like a fucking like a
anti-aircraft.
Nah, man, they got these fucking 50 cals that come off the side of these Black Hawks. That sounds just like that.
Okay, tell me something. When you guys are in a firefight, you have to have earplugs in your ears?
You're supposed to.
Okay, what happens if like shit just breaks out and you don't have them in your ears? You just start shooting and you just fucking take the sound to the ears?
Got to.
Damn.
What else people?
Because I was at the firing range the other day, bro, and like I shot a couple without like my earplugs in, and
shit
that
hurts.
fucking bro.
Absolutely.
If like a firefight broke out, I'd like clear a magazine without that shit. I'd be like, what the fuck?
That's why you're supposed to have your shit on before you leave. They have earphones similar to what we have on right now that you can hear. It goes one way, but they're smaller. You put them over your ears, or just regular earplugs.
At least you have to at least have earplugs.
Yeah, definitely.
But I can imagine in the military they're not like, oh, you have to wear these. Like when you're at the range, you wear this.
Yeah.
But you know when you're out in a firefight in Afghanistan, you just got earplugs in.
Nah, they got a helmet with those now. They have a helmet with earplugs in them, so it covers both of your ears. So you probably only have to wear that shit. That's for higher.
Like as soon as you put the helmet on, it just kind of goes like covers your shit already.
Like a motorcycle helmet almost, but it's like a half.
So as long as you have your helmet on,
yeah,
like chips, like.
No, but that's like upper leader. Regular people probably just have still earplugs. I got out a long time ago, but y'all didn't wear earplugs though, and maybe they do shit like that. Maybe they're supposed to.
No,
they don't
I mean, like,
from the flight deck.
No, yeah, I lost. The low power turns and shit with the aircraft.
people could lose their hearing to that shit.
I lost a lot of hearing.
Oh yeah, you have.
Yeah.
Duh.
I can't hear myself right now. Actually, this is why I'm stopping. I've stopped the podcast 5 times because of the U.S. Navy. Thank you very much.
Oh man,
the gift that keeps on giving. It's like herpes.
Oh man. Honestly, has like, okay, so Jamil, when you were in the military, did you like have the thought of doing comedy, but you're like, I can't because I'm like kind of stuck here
I never thought about doing comedy until I got here. I've always thought I was funny. The people I hung around with, we always make jokes and shit, so I've been laughing for a long time, but I never thought about doing stand-up until I got here. And then I was like, I always watch a lot of stand-up.
Because you've only been out of the military for 6 years now?
Yeah.
Is that right?
About 6 years, yeah.
Because you did 18 years. So out of those 6 years you've been out, 2 of them you've been doing comedy.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? That's why I asked that question, because I thought maybe that's why you know.
I was just searching for something else to do, man. Because after you get you retire and shit is fun until you don't have anything to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That shit get boring.
Yeah, because when you're in the military, you have something to do every day, regardless whether you want to or not.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's good.
But Jason, you, if I remember correctly, you had the inclination to do comedy in your teens, right?
Yeah, my grandpa.
Right.
My grandpa told me when I was 12 I should have comedy, but I was always afraid to be in front of people. You
right.
know what I mean? So I was just always funny, like cracking jokes and being a jokester.
When you were just having conversations with people.
Yeah, just with my friends and shit. And I had one friend who was like, "But you should be a lawyer." Like I was in middle school and shit,
yeah.
You know, and there's like another guy was like, "You should do improv." And then I got in the military, and all the people were saying, "Dude, you should do improv." And I did like karaoke and shit in front of a bunch of people on the ship. So it's like I was trying to like
on the ship. You said in the Navy
in front of like 1,000 people.
For those who don't know, Jason was for the majority of the time on the USS Ronald Reagan.
Yeah,
right? Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to that piece of shit. No.
The USS Ronald Reagan.
No, but I didn't think about it, man. I didn't even put it together. And
then you get out of the Navy and you're still kind of just holding on to the feeling.
Yeah, I just got fired from a couple jobs. Shout out Home Depot.
You look like you got fired.
Yeah, shout out Home Depot. I you know why I got fired though? I got fired for not reporting an accident.
You ain't no snitch.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
You ain't snitch. That's what's up, bro.
I guess if you don't snitch,
no
don't
sucker,
do
man.
You're fired.
What's up, man? Absolutely.
Fire.
No, but I mean, you know, I think a lot of us, we also sometimes feel that, you know, the urge to do comedy comes from like the love of watching other people do it, right? And I know all of us kind of share the same feeling of like wanting to make people feel good. The world's got enough negativity. They can find that anywhere. You know, let's give them an outlet where they can laugh for an hour or so and forget about their problems for a minute.
Do you want to be famous?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
I want people to listen to what I have to say,
don't know.
and that comes with fame.
You want to be famous, bro?
I don't know if I want to not be able to go to restaurants.
That might happen. That might happen. That might happen. That might happen.
That would suck, bro. As much as I like to stay at the house, I mean, it'd be like just to have the ability to go do it and then not have that. You know what I mean?
Do you want to be famous?
I don't know. I mean,
that's never the goal, but
yeah, I don't think it really.
Right.
It's honestly.
Would you wear a dress on camera?
Would I wear a dress on camera? Mm-hmm. Well, first, before I say that, let me make sure I haven't worn a dress on camera.
Yeah, that's 05.
I'm asking. Would you wear a dress on camera?
I haven't, and I
You
wouldn't.
got some water?
But yeah, I mean,
Dress?
if it's
A
typically
dress?
if
Why
that's
would you
the
ask
objective,
that?
you never
I'm
get there.
asking you,
But
would
I
you
know
wear-
it's a byproduct.
You wouldn't know what I'm
of doing
talking
what we're
about, bro,
doing.
because you ain't woke, man. You sleep. Wake up, Jason. Wake the fuck up, brother.
I'm kind of tired.
Wake the fuck
Why?
up, Jason.
Explain this to me, though, Jamil. Why does that thought immediately jump to when I wear a dress?
I'm asking you because
That is a
they
weird
say
fucking
that. No, because they say that.
bro.
I'm asking you that because if it seems most of the bigger comics at some point have to wear a dress on camera. I don't know if you've been watching the trend, but I
Bro,
watch.
you need to get out of TikTok.
I ain't watching that. I ain't talking about that shit.
I've heard like Cat Williams
talk about
talk
Cat
about
Williams
that.
talk about it. He get black with Dave Chappelle talked about
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just wondering. You know what I mean? I don't want to sell my soul for comedy.
Yeah, absolutely. But don't you think that like that portion of it has been exposed now, though, because those people have talked about it?
No.
No, because
No,
I think the
'cause
people
it's still
that
happening?
I think the people that report it also do it.
Yeah.
No, but I would love if it's possible to be a respected comedian at the end of your career, like a respected comedian, and not be like super famous, but just be respected by all the comedians. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
just somebody like that was a really good comedian. Like that would be cool. Like I wouldn't want to be like super famous. Like if I was super like
Kevin Hart.
Dave
famous?
Chappelle, like Dave Chappelle or Kevin Hart. I mean
Kevin Hart's super famous, bro.
Yeah, I mean Kevin.
He's
Hart.
super famous.
He's super famous.
Oh, Kevin Hart's more famous than Richard Pryor.
Yeah, probably.
He's fucking famous, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's got the whole demographic. You know.
You know whose fame I didn't understand? Like heavyweight champion of the world. I didn't understand how famous. Like when I was watching the Tyson documentary,
Right.
and he was 18 years old, and everywhere in the world people knew who the fuck he was.
Right.
I didn't understand that came with that.
Right.
I really didn't.
I think because here in America, we're fucking brainwashed to think football, NBA basketball are the biggest sports. But boxing is bigger, and what's even bigger than boxing is soccer.
Right.
It's the biggest sport in the world.
Yeah.
Well, essentially, it's international. If it's something
What-
that's
if it's
international,
something-
Boxing,
soccer.
boxing's international. That's why you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like NFL and
Yeah.
NFL and basketball, NFL and NBA. They're like, there's no real
I think
competition.
basketball's
You know what
getting
I mean?
there.
Well, I mean, they kind of screwed up this year with the
they
Olympic
fucked-
team.
Oh man, they fucked up. Did you see what the projected starter for the Olympic team for 2024 is?
Steph Curry. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Get it.
They got the projected starters for the 2024 team is
Shit on me.
Steph Curry, Devin Booker, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Joel Embiid.
Yeah, they're not losing the game.
They're not losing a game.
That's gold.
That's the project. That's the starters.
And then
Okay.
they have like
That's not even saying who they gotta have like Dame
They're
Lillard
winning
coming off the
gold,
bench.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think if you match our best players up against any best players in any world, we'll win. Hands down.
yeah,
I mean, it has kind of been proven, has it not?
Hands down.
yeah.
Hands down.
You're talking about in men's basketball.
In men's
right?
basketball,
Yeah.
definitely.
It has kind of been.
Yeah.
What about that shit? Maybe you guys have seen it where Messi is playing in Miami now, and Ronaldinho is playing. Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
Ronaldo is playing in Saudi Arabia. You guys
Getting that money, man. They getting $1 billion contracts. I'll be out of here.
Bro.
You know if somebody offered LeBron $1 billion?
So you're telling me, hold on, let's get back to the fact, hold on, let's get off the sports shit. Let's go back. You said that you don't want to be famous.
No.
So why, what is your end goal?
What do you mean was my angle? I don't want to be
How will you be
famous.
satisfied is what I'm saying. How will you be satisfied in where you're at?
I don't have a goal. I don't have an end goal. Mm-hmm. So if
You're just going to ride it?
I'm just going to ride it for what it is, wherever it goes. I don't have an end goal. So if it
That's a
does,
strategy as
that
well.
makes sense.
yeah, if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's cool. Either which way, I'll be all right.
Yeah. Your vision is your vision. You know what I mean? However you want to do it.
I'm gonna just ride.
Ironically, I can only I'll only ride it so far because of the fact of my kids. You know what I mean? Like I don't need to grind that hard, to do this because I got these kids that I have to take care of. So really, that's gonna be kind of a defactor too. You know what I mean? Like if someone says, hey, go to Vegas and whatever, and I have to worry about bringing all my kids and shit, I might not be able to take that opportunity. Mm-hmm. That's gonna suck. But I mean.
Oh, I got you.
My kids are first.
I'm
old now. You know what I mean?
That's another thing for me, man. While my daughter's staying with her grandmother, man, I'm gonna grind the shit. So if I can hit the road, I'm gone, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the bigger things of why I moved and got an apartment in San Antonio was to hit the road and be able to be there, and then be able to come back here and I can flip back and forth. I can come down here and stay for 6 months and go back there stay for 6 months. I can bounce back and forth either which way. You know what I mean? I think there's more opportunities down there. That's why I'll be excited for you guys to come down there to see some of the things that are out there. It's like I said, because there's comedy 7 days.
I need to move to New York. I'll have New York contacts. You have Texas.
You're going to be on Broadway.
7 days a week.
But that before we wrap it up, that brings us into a good segue as well. We're very excited now to expand Comedy Bros.
Definitely.
We're very excited to move it to new stages, to move it to, SoCal where I'm from and Jason's from, to move it to San Antonio where you are now, to move it to the East Coast, to move it worldwide. We're very excited because those opportunities are coming now. And we're excited because we know it's a show for everybody. If you're looking at us, we're a representation of everybody.
Right.
And we fucking love each other. And anywhere we go, people seem to gravitate towards that.
Absolutely.
Because they can just tell it's love,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're very excited to share the show, on a bigger stage with more people. And in more places, man. And it's an exciting thing for me because I was doing comedy for a while before I met you guys. I love being featured and being a part of something that's moving comedy forward,
right?
And ultimately, in the end, is going to leave comedy in a better place than it was.
Right.
Yeah. So that's always the end goal.
For sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Before we wrap it up, you guys got any other shout outs you want to give or anything you need to plug before?
Oh, Roger. We got to give Roger a shout out. He's in Reading.
Roger at Tug Life?
Yeah, Tug Life.
I love that sweatshirt. It's fucking camouflage. How can I not love it?
Yeah, it's pretty badass. But, shout out Roger.
Is that the homie's ring you're wearing? On your left hand?
Man.
You just bought
some
that?
magical shit, bro.
What about the colors?
Some magical shit.
What about
bro.
the t-shirt?
This is my family right here. The colored t-shirt. We're out of DC, man. You can catch them on Instagram. It's colored. Just like that. You spell that shit.
Awesome.
Catch that shit.
It's two O's.
Yeah.
This is the Comedy Bros podcast.
Go ahead. Out my bag. Catch me on Instagram at JAHMIL JAXON Jackson Instagram. Thank you. What's going on with you, bro?
And your Instagram, Jason,
cute,
please.
Man.
This guy's a goofball. Bro.
Your Instagram
I don't even know what my Instagram
is. It's at JasonWeb23. No, at JasonWeb31.
I don't know. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I don't know.
At JasonWeb31 like is Jason's. Yeah. I'm at DJKAMOFLAGE.
Absolutely.
And Comedy Bros on Instagram is at
_comedy_bros3.
At Comedy Bros is owned by someone in like Slovenia with 10 followers and 1 post. So we're in the process of buying it from them so that we can have at Comedy Bros on Instagram.
I mean, how much will we pay?
We offered them $20, which is probably 40,000 of their dollars.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Dude's like gonna send us a chopper from his military.
Absolutely.
Like, damn, bro, all we wanted was the